Hi, it's Tom. It's Tuesday. That means it's time for another edition of Tom's Page Turning Tuesdays as we continue reading from chapter 1 of my book, Don't Call Me Jupiter. I'm kind of sneaking in. This is a nice looking set, so we're doing another shoot today, so I thought might as well sit in for a little while and get this done. So let's jump in and pick up where we left off, shall we? We shall. All right then. The next day, I asked Chris and Claire for help and make them promise and re-promise to keep it a secret. We promise, they say for the third time, bordering on anger. We know it's a serious secret. I want you to help me look right for school, so I fit in right away. Does Tommy need help picking out his underwear? Claire says sarcastically. Claire sounds like she hasn't grown into her tongue yet. Words get slurred against her palate, teeth, and cheeks. It usually doesn't impede her speech unless she's really excited. She's 15 and attractive in a notice me or I'll beat the shit out of you kind of way. She's big, curvy, noisy, spastic, unpredictable, and a little scary. Her rosy cheeks appear perpetually wind-burned. Her big round eyes dart about in their sockets while she waits for the next person, place, or thing to fuck with her. Claire is always stirring up shit. A few minutes after we arrived, she asked, "So, Tommy, how many times a day do you masturbate?" Spittle was flying everywhere. I was left speechless, so she said, "Quit staring at my kiss, you fart fuck." I had to dodge specks of spit springing from her mouth like Muhammad Ali shuffles and weaves to avoid incoming jabs. Fun fact, you produce enough saliva in your lifetime to fill 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Claire will fill a dozen. If she taps your shoulder to get your attention, you're left with a slow-healing bruise. When Claire says something even remotely funny, you laugh quickly and loudly or risk bodily harm. I'm 2 years younger and fully aware that she's my godsister, which makes this wrong, but I can't help feeling attracted to her, and yet I'm also equally repulsed by her. Her favorite expression is, "Eat me raw." Of course, Claire has a sweet side too, and when she's done making fun of me, I'm sure she'll be helpful. So, antidote time. Claire was one of the first people to read the book once it came out, and she called me on the phone crying, and she says, "Gosh, you make me sound like such a horrible person, like a freak with a speech disorder, and I don't have that much of a problem." And I'm like, Claire. She didn't know. Claire's a wonderful person. I love Claire. This is a slight exaggeration. Okay, a major exaggeration of her speech, but I needed to offset some of the drama with some comedy, so I kind of poured it on heavier than, she wanted me to. But she also doesn't know that she comes back in the future in other books, and her character really develops much more fully, and she's a beautiful human being, and I think we hashed it all out, and I think we're all good again. But, it made me aware, like, man, I just wrote about people as directly and honestly as I could, some exaggeration here and there when I felt it was necessary, but didn't take fully into account other people's feelings. So I thought that was interesting. Claire, I love you, and you got to know that things happen and change for the better in the second book. So put up with it for now, okay? You're my goddamn god sister, and just deal with it. I tell Claire I can pick out my own underwear. Trust me, you don't want to see my underwear. But will you help me with the rest of the clothes? Chris and Claire look at each other and then back at me. We can do that, they say at the exact same time. While Peggy and Mare are upstairs listening to music on the deck, the 3 of us proceed to raid the downstairs closets. I'm only interested in the most extreme, broken-in, patch-filled, backwards beatnik clothes we can find. I'm convinced that if I dress as the hippiest hippie in the history of Hidden Valley, I'll be a hit. All I have to do is make a bold statement about who I am, even if it's a lie. I may only be acting the part, but who cares? A first impression on the first day of a new school will set the tone for the entire year. Maybe I'm not a hippie to the core, but I live with enough of them, and I'm very observant. I can certainly play the part. Besides, I know all the right expressions, and I'm already part-time hippie, so I'm not stretching the truth that much. I'm making a major wardrobe adjustment. Of course, I can't imagine going to school in Davis wearing what we're picking out, but this isn't Davis. This is the Hollow. And I, for one, am ready to let the love fest begin. I have my sister and my godsister in my corner. What can possibly go wrong? Their arms are full. For the next half an hour, I slip in and out of the bathroom, putting on various bizarre combinations of clothing, mostly women's, to be appraised by judges who can barely keep straight faces. My mother's purple corduroy vest is a winner. She embroidered it with peace signs, hearts, doves, and astrological symbols. It also has a couple pins in it. One is a yin-yang symbol, and the other one says, "There is no gravity. The earth sucks." It's perfect. Chris and Claire have narrowed it down to two choices for the shirt. Or are they blouses? One is orange and red with a big collar, perfect for the disco. The other is a pirate shirt with straps crisscrossing the chest and fluffy sleeves with elastic waistbands. Claire holds up the disco shirt under my chin. I bet this shirt looks much better on. On what? On fire? Wimpy pimp, Chris says, squinting her eyes. Not the look I'm going for, I tell them. Then try the other one on. I step into the bathroom and put on the pirate shirt. It looks ridiculous, and I can't keep from grabbing the curling iron like a sword, storming out and yelling, "Arr, hoy, wenches!" Chris and Claire fall to the ground laughing. When they finally collect themselves, they ask me to put the vest on over the shirt. That actually looks cool, says Claire, and Chris agrees, as I'm trying to depuff the sleeves. Did Peggy get this at a Renaissance fair? Claire shrugs her shoulders. I found it in her underwear drawer. They find a worn-out pair of brown corduroys. Claire uses her teeth and bare hands to rip more holes into the fabric. Look what I found in Laura's closet, Chris says, handing me shoes. Only they're not shoes. They're soft leather moccasin boots with leather laces and a turquoise buttons. I'm so far into my plan I don't even bat an eye. They're absurd, which means they're perfect, and they happen to fit perfectly too. We look at my reflection in the mirror, and I actually like what I see. Almost there. You just need to accessorize, says Chris. Try this on. She's holding our mother's 2-pound mule tooth necklace. I'm not sure she's serious, but I dip my head and she places it around my neck. Next, she adjusts all the teeth so that they're facing the right way. Chris and Claire move back, crossing their arms, admiring their work. Perfect. You look great. It's not too much? I wouldn't change a thing. You guys are the best. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's where we'll leave off for today. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next Tuesday, if not sooner. Have a great day.